Ross.
Yeah.
Why Ross? Ross cool. I like Ross.
Okay. Can I explain what happened?
You can.
Okay. I'm at Jackson State.
Okay.
I'm in the locker room. Wallow's in there talking to Prime. Wallow running the locker room. He say, yo, Wayne here. Man, go holler at that cuz. We need to get that on the podcast. I say, where he at? He in there with Prime. I walk up. I see Wayne. He in here talking to Prime, though. Mm-hmm. What's up? Wayne go. I walk out, standing right out here. Mm-hmm. Wait for him to come out to holler. He in there talking to Prime. I ain't. The process, I called Jermaine over. Mac, man, come here, man. Yo, what's up, man? I'm trying to get him on the pocket. Yeah, you know you and Wayne had itch. Man, that shit the past, man. Ain't nobody worried about that shit, man. But, all right, I got to holler at him and see. Okay, cool. He say, where Wayne at? They say, Wayne left. Mac May say, where he go? They looking at Mac May like, nigga, we don't know where he went. He left. Mac May say, okay, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. So now I'm doing an interview with TMZ. They asked me about Wayne. I said, I don't really talk about that shit no more. They say, well, have you ever seen him? I say, damn, that's crazy y'all asked me that.
Right.
I just seen him last week at Jackson State.
Okay.
He said, how that went? I said, I shook his hand, and then, Wayne got out of there.
Yeah, he did.
I never said I pressed the nothing. I actually said I'm trying to get the on the podcast.
Right.
What happened was, Mac Main posted a video of me saying Wayne dipped. Posted a video of me and Wayne shaking hands, and then me turning around and walking out. Like I was frauding or something. And I'm like, Mac, you know what happened. You was there. You was the one that said he left. So I didn't even respond to that shit. I'm just like, what's the purpose? I never said I was pressing the nigga. Right. I said I was trying to get an interview from the nigga.
Right.
And Ross was in the comments. These is fake.
Talk about you and Wallow was fake?
Yes. That's how that started.
But you and Ross good now?
I mean, I seen Ross at the concert, at me concert. He didn't have nothing to say. And then I seen his homie, and his homie introduced herself and said he was a real.
Wow.
And I said, if you a real, what the f am I, a superhero? And
that was it?
That was it, yeah.
I think y'all can get together and handle it.
There ain't no beef. I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't have no beef with nobody. I stay in my world, Shannon.
Yeah.
I do me. I don't f with nobody. I don't bother nobody. There's plenty of guys out here on the internet disrespecting, talking crazy. I can't even take these guys for real, Shannon. I can't take these because who talk about that they don't know? See, that's why I like you. I can't take no for real. Just talk. If I never met you, how could I have something negative to say about you, man? Period. I don't know you, man. So, and why do I care? Right. There's a bunch of guys out here that's clout chasing and do shit for views, and I pay them no mind, man. God ain't gonna bless you trying to come up off the back of another. I mean, you ain't gonna get no blessings like that. $1 million worth of game. You say you started like, hey, telling the young homie that I got $1 million worth of game. Just listen. God, it's attention, motivation, and education. Because come home. Yep. He's been, reading up, understanding, marketing, all this other stuff, how to run a business. You got to ask, let's do he said, let's do a pod. Yeah. How did it come together where you like, you know what, cuz, let's do this, shoot for the stars? Well, $1 million worth of game was already so big, just the brand, me giving out the game, that people already was asking me, Gillie, you need a podcast, you need a YouTube channel, you need this. I didn't know what a podcast was. And then just to be honest, when I went and looked at a podcast, not saying no names, I was like, who the would watch this? This is the driest shit. This is Canada Dry. I didn't understand. I said the same thing. Right. When they got, I was like, I didn't know what a podcast was. I was like, I'm on TV. Right. Why do I want to do extra in my off time? Right. Do something that's similar to TV. And then Wallow sent me an article that said Spotify allocates $421 million to podcasts in the first quarter.
And I said, the first quarter is January to April. 400, nigga, what? Break that microphone out. Right fucking now. You get four. And the first podcast we did, I think went to number 2 in the world behind Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And it was on.
No looking back
No
since.
looking back.
Wow. What's been some of your craziest moments on your pod?
The first craziest moment was me and Wallow fighting. that was early on. That was wild. Had to give him some tinted windows and shit. Tinted shit up.
Who's the older?
Me, I'm older.
You older?
Yeah. I used to watch that nigga in the tub, man. He used to shit in the tub all the time, man. Nigga, his bowels was bad.
He loose?
Loose, man. Loose as a kid. Man. But Lil Durk was one, going to Chicago to the gutter. Kodak Black going to the projects, being in the projects 2 o'clock in the morning. Young Thug. You know what I mean? Because to have the conversation that we had with Young Thug and not even know that he was about to go through any of that shit he went through,
Right.
that was like, you know what I mean? And then the baby, because the baby, in the society we live in, he said something that, quote unquote, he wasn't supposed to say, and the world turned their back on him.
Wow.
And he called us and said, would y'all interview me? And we said, why wouldn't we interview you? We not like the rest of the world. We don't give a f. We understand that people make mistakes. We human, man.
Right.
I made a bunch of mistakes in my life, man. And God forgave me. Or I wouldn't be in this position I'm in. I'd probably be in jail. So
Right.
we not judging you. And the difference between us, we built our podcast around the youth, the owners of tomorrow. And we don't talk at you, we talk to you. It's a difference. So we said, come on, we're gonna embrace you during the hardest times of your life. Tory Lanez, same thing. We're gonna embrace you when everybody else, they stay as far away from you. We're not gonna treat you like that because we understand that people make mistakes. Wallow made a mistake, cost him 20 years of his life, but now he's the cultural advisor at YouTube.
Yep.
He was the CEO at Reform. He got one of the fastest growing clothing lines in the world. So we understand that second chances is prevalent, that a lot of people, that's all they ever need is a second chance. That's all he ever needed was a second chance to show he was great.
Right.
So we don't judge, and we understand that people make mistakes, and we the platform that say you made a mistake, but we gonna give you an outlet to say, I f***ed up. Players f***ed up too.
Right. Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because we like to do something before 2 something.